So the day has arrived that many have been waiting for, and that is the day of the verdict of this poor man. And I say poor because in reality, he also is a victim. But unfortunately, just because you yourself was a victim and then you turn around and become the perpetrator of a crime against others, your own personal victimization, nobody really want to hear it. They don't care because of your actions, the hurt, the pain, the humiliation that you have brought to others. So today, a verdict was reached in the R. Kelly sex trafficking trial in New York, and he has been found guilty. And for many, this verdict brings us joy. For myself, I'm looking at it from a judgmental point of view. As being a judge or being on that jury, you take a high responsibility to hear both sides of a story so that you can determine the fate of one who is on trial. The quality of the juror determines the outcome, the quality of the evidence and the information, the quality of the defense, the quality of the prosecutor determines a lot of times the outcome of the trial and the fate of those or one who is accused of a crime or a misdeed. I must applaud anyone who has sat on a jury, regardless whether they got the verdict right or wrong. It is a great responsibility to know that your vote determined whether a murderer is set free or you have made the right choice and you have sent someone who have been accused of heinous crimes to prison or even death. There is many times problems in the jury pool because we are human beings, and many of us, we cannot be biased. No, we are biased, and we are prejudiced, and we are racist, and we are misogynist. We are, what's that word? People that do not like transgenders and homosexuals and gays. What's that word? I forgot what it's called. So you have all these things in the jury pool. And these things, because we are human beings, it affects the outcome of the verdict that will be handed down against one who is accused. I was told that we're supposed to be judged by a panel of our peers. Well, if that's the case, technically, none of these people on the jury was R. Kelly's peers. Technically, men who were guilty or men who were accused of a sex crime, who were singers in entertainment, technically, I know I'm over I'm cutting it close, right? But technically, those will be his peers. Those in the jury pool are not his peers. They cannot relate. They've never been in this situation. And since if R. Kelly had those who were like himself in the jury pool, I can guarantee you chances are the verdict probably would have turned out different. But as black people, as soul brothers and sisters in this nation, we know, and we have never, very rare, that we've had an opportunity to be judged by those similar like ourselves. So, of course, as you know, in the past, all white juries acquit outright guilty white offenders. We also know, while we jump up and down, and some of us are happy about R. Kelly being found guilty, we know that R. Kelly could not be a sex trafficker all by himself. R. Kelly clearly had a lot of help. And I don't know if any of these others who we know helped have been identified, nor do we know they will be charged. He had an accessory. There's another word that I would like to, that I can't think of right now at the time. But somebody who helped R. Kelly do what he is accused of and found guilty of. I know what that word is. I can't think of it to save my mind. Anyway, moving on. I'm saying this also. These accessories in the crime could be friends, could be family, and they know these people around R. Kelly knew what he was doing, and they knew what was wrong, and they participated. And some of our friends, some of our family, some of our associates, they know and be around people who are wrong in judgment or involved in crime, and you help them. You see it on YouTube. You help people be wrong. You help people in their error. Friends, family, associates. We help people we like. You have people like Tariq Nasheed. You have people like Louis Farrakhan. You have Young Pharaoh. You have Sonetta. You have, the list goes on. All these people that we like, including Angel Snub 7. Because I am capable of error. I am capable of being wrong. And you do me, and we do our friends and these people we like a disservice when we help them, help us in our error, help us in our wrong. So it is a possibility, had R. Kelly truly been around friends and real family, and people stood up, even if it meant I can't get the money, or he would fire me, or some reward, it's better that I bring this to his attention, rather than now I'm looking at my brother going to prison for the rest of his life. Then we have those who are self-righteous. They're self-righteous. Always looking to judge people. They don't do nothing wrong. Angel Snub 7 is wrong. R. Kelly is wrong. Michael Jackson is wrong. Donald Trump is wrong. Everybody is wrong except them. Nothing wrong with them. Self-righteous people, and we help them in their self-righteousness because we believe in their wrong. We believe in their error. And so we go along with them, and all of you are damn wrong. And you are in denial. And when people bring it to your attention, you don't want to hear it. Just like R. Kelly didn't want to hear it. No criminal wants to hear it. Nobody accused of a crime and guilty wants to hear it. Because in their mind, Adolf Hitler didn't want to hear it. In the mind of Adolf Hitler, in the mind of Charles Manson, in the mind of serial killers, many of them justify, many of them view themselves as in the right, like we do. In our self-righteousness. So you judge based upon your religion. You judge based on your ideology upon others, and you can be wrong, but you don't want to hear it. You are in denial of your own error, and you don't want to be judged, but you're quick to judge others. So Angel Snub 7 is a mental patient, but you can judge, but you don't want to be judged. Angel Snub 7 is a mental patient, but then we point out your flaw, your error, and you don't want to hear it, and you cry, and the world is against you in your self-righteousness. Oh, pitiful you, but you can judge. Nothing wrong with you. But you can easily see the flaw. Everybody hurt you, but you don't hurt nobody. All your words is kind and beautiful, and everybody else tell you things that hurt your feelings. You can dish it out. We can dish it out, but we can't take it. We can judge others, but we can't handle being judged. We don't understand our own flaws. We don't understand our own error. We don't understand when we are wrong. Well, contrary to popular belief, I understand that I can be wrong. I understand that I can be in error. I can understand that I can be in flaw. But also at the same time, we all have the right to defend ourselves against false accusations. But we should be honest with ourselves. We should be honest with ourselves to determine if those who are judging us, are they judging us out of evil intent, or are they just truly speaking their mind and they could be right? This is what it's called honest critique. Man, I'm losing a whole lot of words. I guess I don't use them a lot, so they disappear. Honest critique. Nobody trying to hurt you. But I feel this, I feel that. And we become defensive because we're self-righteous. I don't do nothing wrong. How dare you bring that to me? I don't do nothing wrong. That's you. I read my Bible. I read my Quran. I'm a Pan-African. I'm a black Muslim. I'm a Hebrew Israelite. I don't do nothing wrong. I am in tune with the Most High. And you wonder why we cannot progress as an individual. We cannot progress as a people because we are in denial of our incompetency. We are in denial of our wrong, our being in error. We do ourselves a disservice when we just ignore even negative commentary because that negative commentary might be true. But again, that's because we're so emotional over things and we're not willing to listen because in our self-righteousness, I don't do only other people do messed up stuff. Ain't nothing wrong with me. And that's the attitude you find on YouTube. Ain't nothing wrong. You never hear these people talk about their error or their flaw because they're perfect. They don't do nothing wrong. Somebody always doing something to them. They don't never do wrong. They're never in error. They don't hurt people's feelings. They don't scam people. They don't use people. Everything they do is right. But if we took the time, and if poor R. Kelly had taken the time before he took the road to the abyss of no return, maybe he would have had an opportunity to see that this is a road I don't want to go down. It's better to go down the road and enjoy the gifts that my talent have caused me to have. We do ourselves a disservice when we believe we're perfect and we are holy and righteous when we're not. I have learned over the years, and even though people are nasty, they're trying to hurt your feelings, they're trying to belittle and make mock of you, a lot of times there is truth in what they say. So instead of being emotional, let me look at this and see if there's any truth in it. And sometimes, even though the person is trying to hurt you, sometimes it's truth in what they say. And so I listen, I understand my error, I understand my flaw, and instead of judging others, being in denial and pointing fingers, making excuses for flaw, making excuses for my error, blaming others, let me try to be better. So let me work on what somebody has told me, because I can't see everything. I really don't know everything about myself. Maybe I cannot see myself. So maybe, even though this person is trying to hurt me, they see something that I cannot see. I take it into consideration. I don't like it. I don't believe it. But let me work on this just in case it's true, and you become a better person. You become a stronger person. And instead, so instead of being self-righteous, making yourself right, others will see you in your right. And they have no choice but to determine and come to the conclusion and judge you as being righteous. They have no choice. Whether they recognize and tell you or not, you've become better. Instead of living this self-righteous lie, ain't nothing wrong with me. The society is wrong. The world is wrong. My dog Spot is wrong. Ain't nothing wrong with me. So now this poor young man is in a position where now it's over. He has no options. And it seems as though he may spend the rest of his life in prison. And we judged him. We may not be in a physical prison, but as long as we continue to live and not try to be better as a human being, we also are locked up in prison. We're also behind bars. Let us think about it. Jot down your comments, and let's talk about it.